show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio. I am a mother.
I am an entrepreneur. I am a singer.
I am an artist. I'm a journalist, a businesswoman,
An educator.
a sister, a grandmother,
An advocate.
A leader.
I am a friend.
I am
one more than a million people living with HIV in the U.S.
We are not alone. Let's stop HIV together. Get the facts. Get tested. Get involved. Go to www.actagainstaids.org for more information.
Broadcasting.
Blog Talk USA. Are you tired of waiting for change? Tune into Blog Talk USA. Let your voice be heard on Blog Talk USA.
Are you HIV positive and looking for that special someone? Then welcome to Infinity Love. Infinity Love is the nation's #1 dating site for people with HIV that are looking for committed and lasting relationships. Classy, fun, and discreet. It's free to join. Visit our website today at www.infinityloveapl.com.
Hi, you're listening to Positively D on Blog Talk USA, where diversity makes a difference.
Happy day, everybody. This is Positively D discussion. I say the same thing every week. You have to remember that HIV still exists. You have to use protection. You have to know your HIV status. If you have contracted HIV, you can get on medication and you can live a better, healthier life. Today the show is about disclosure, HIV disclosure. And it's hard for a lot of people that are diagnosed to disclose their HIV status. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that. We want to know, I said disclosing their HIV status and why many people tell others about their HIV status and why many do not tell their HIV status. I want to talk about it. I want to hear what everybody has to say. Either you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. This is just an adult conversation. It needs to be talked about. It really does. I could talk about this every week, but we all have our own views on certain issues, and that is what it is. So a lot of people don't disclose. The stigma prevents them from disclosing. Just the fear of anybody knowing and how they're going to treat them. We don't know what goes on in someone's head when they're diagnosed with HIV. It's frightening. It was frightening for me. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was diagnosed, I was depressed. I stayed in the house. I didn't come out. I know a lot of you guys heard this over and over again, me repeating some of the things that I went through. But for those that don't know, I'm going to repeat it. And then for about 2 or 3 months, I came out of that. But I thought that I was okay. And my family had no clue that I wasn't okay. It's inside in your mind. You think you're okay, but you're really not. I became an alcoholic. And still, everybody thought I was okay. I hid that so well. And I used to walk around with a flask with alcohol in my purse. I used to drink a lot. I used to wake up by the toilet. Still, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm dealing with it. Yeah, I was dealing with it, but I was drinking to deal with it. I used to sleep with people. I wore a condom. And if I did not tell you guys, but I did, I wore a condom. But I was still diagnosed with HIV. Did I think about me having sex with people, with men using a condom? I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't have any thought at all. I'm not going to say it didn't matter, but in my mind, it was, well, I'm using a condom, so why do I have to tell them? And back then, in the late 90s, I had no clue what HIV criminalization was. I never even heard of it. I didn't know any advocates. I didn't know anything about HIV. I didn't have any friends. I went to group and counseling, but I didn't think about it. I just thought to myself, well, I was using a condom, so it didn't matter to me if I told them that I was diagnosed, and that's the truth. And there was one individual that I did used to sleep with, and we didn't use a condom, but he knew that I had HIV. So you don't know what is going through someone's mind when they're diagnosed. This is a frightening thing to be diagnosed with HIV. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and how you feel about it. You know, I know a lot of people say people need to disclose. Yeah, they do need to disclose, but you're not understanding what they're going through mentally. If you want to speak, please call 515-605-9375, 515-605-9375. I want to hear, you know, what you think about this. Please press 1 on your phone when you do call in so I can open up your line, and we could discuss this. I'm going to read something that I've seen on Facebook. Robert Suttle wrote this, and it really explains it to me in so many ways. It says, it is easy to say people with HIV should always disclose their HIV status to everyone, especially sex partners. But the truth is, our society severely stigmatizes people with HIV, and the ramifications of disclosure can be serious. When someone discloses, they risk a lot, sometimes including their employment, housing, family situations, custody of their children, or even their personal safety. No one should knowingly put another person in danger, but not everyone will feel safe enough to disclose every single time. To expect otherwise is unrealistic. And people that are not diagnosed, a lot of them don't get it. It's scary. It's so scary to be diagnosed with this damn virus. It's scary. Let me open up this line and hear what this person has to say. Area code 305-298. 305-298. Hi, Positively D Discussion. How you doing?
Hey, Dee, this is Roxelle. How are you?
I'm good, beauty. I'm good.
You know, this is a good question. You know, this is a really, really good question. And I think that, I don't think that, I mean, disclosing the status, that's good,
Yeah.
but that's not going to solve the issue. It's not going to solve the issue. I mean, it's a moral thing to do the right things and let somebody know that you're HIV positive, but that's not going to solve the issue. To me,
Yeah.
I think what people should focus on is why not get nosy about your health? Why not inquire? Why not, before you jump in bed with someone, start asking that question, start demanding it. And if you do that, you're going to do two things. You're going to catch the ones who are deliberately trying to expose HIV. You're going to catch the ones that doesn't know that they have HIV. You understand? Because there's a lot of people that's walking around that have HIV and don't even know it.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So why are we so fixated on if somebody tells you or not? Me personally, I don't really care because anybody that I speak with, I'm gonna ask those questions before we even get to the, you know, the meat and potatoes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it. I get
you know,
it.
So
why? Let me ask you a question though. Why do you think those that are diagnosed have a hard time. A lot of people have a hard time disclosing their status.
Well, I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. You know, I'm not even HIV positive, and there's certain things that I've dealt with in life that I may not feel comfortable, you know, telling that to somebody. It's a lot of reasons. It's the stigma, okay? A lot of times, you know, the way people treat people, the harsh things that they say.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on, you know, so it makes it hard for a person to just openly say, hey, I'm HIV positive, you know, so that's one, you know, it's a hard pill to digest.
Yeah, it's a very hard pill to digest.
No one is going to understand if they haven't been behind the scenes of the HIV community until they start talking to people who's living with HIV or being around their family that being with HIV and get inside their head to understand what they're going through. They're never going to understand because they haven't been put in that position.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
You know, so I understand. I said you stop allowing people to tell us stuff, take control of your life, and don't just single it out to HIV. You know, you got gonorrhea and herpes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
that's HIV is not the only thing.
You know, but that's a great topic. I don't leave it up to the individual. I take charge of my own life. Period. Ask that question. You know.
So
another thing.
So what you're saying is, if you are going to have sex with somebody, that it's not just up to the person that's diagnosed, it's up to the person that is negative to ask somebody what their status is. Because we all got to take responsibility for our own sexual health. It can't just be one person.
And not just the person that's negative. Let's say that if I had HIV, just because I had HIV, I want to still know the other person's history, because what if I'm living with HIV, but what if they living with herpes? What if they living with syphilis? What if they living with other stuff? So what I'm finding out is that us as individuals need to take charge of our own life and demanded stop.
Regardless if you have HIV or not. Regardless if I get what you're saying.
And you know something? B? I feel like this. If you ask the person, hey, I just want to ask you, do you have HIV? You'll be surprised the person probably will tell you the truth and say yes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But nobody is asking those questions. You will be surprised of how many people will be honest with you if you start saying, hey, you know, do you have syphilis? Do you have herpes? Do you have HIV? Just ask the question.
Just ask. You know, there's a young man. You know, there's a young man that, goodness, I've been mentoring him over the phone for like 3 years, and he finally just started to come to grips with disclosing his status to people. He has been by himself for a while, and he came to me one day and called me and said, "You were right." He said he would have never knew how many people were diagnosed with HIV until he started telling people that he was diagnosed with HIV. So you are absolutely right. If you disclose, you never know. The other person might just end up telling you that they're diagnosed with HIV also.
You know, you never know. You know, not just HIV. Ask men. You know, if you're in a heterosexual relationship, ask the men, have you ever slept with a man? I mean, you may feel uncomfortable, but we're in an era that's common and it's been going on. We just never know. You know, start asking these questions. Start getting nosy.
But
Simple as that.
you know what I think too,
You
though?
know? And that's
I think just people in general, we so closed, you know, when the topic of sex comes up, we just close up. Nobody wants to talk about sex, but you want to have it, but you don't want to talk about it.
you got it.
Yeah, everybody want to have
Yeah,
sex,
so-
but don't nobody want to talk about it.
But yes, so for the people that's listening, if they make that just one change, I guarantee you, you'll get yourself a lot. You know, and I remember, when I started asking the question, you know, I was kind of scared to ask that question because I didn't want to offend nobody. So eventually, when you start asking it, just like the person may be afraid to tell you that they're HIV positive, you know, I was afraid to ask. But as you get used to it, it rolls off the microphone.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It becomes easy. It becomes easier each time.
Yeah. But you'll be surprised who will tell you, to scratch that question, but the person don't really have to tell you. I know a lot of people don't like it, but a person don't really have to tell you their status. That's under HIPAA, but then you have those laws that speak to somebody, you're supposed to,
You're supposed to disclose. Yeah.
So, but if the person not sleeping with you, they don't have to tell you their business.
No, if you're not having sex with nobody, you don't have to tell them nothing. Tell them for what? Why do they need to know? You know, that's your. I think. Let me see what Kevin Maloney on here on Facebook said. Let me see if I can find it. I should have read it before we started talking. But he says, what did you say, Kevin? He said it's a person's personal choice. I believe that's what he said. I just don't see it anymore. But he did say it's a person's personal choice to disclose. You don't have to disclose to nobody. It's your personal choice. You're not having sex with them. Why you got to tell them?
If you don't want to, hey, you just got to, you have to act,
Yeah, and then you have somebody here, Caroline said some of the reason is shame. It's shame. And then she said that's true. Each party is responsible. But people lie. Yeah, and so if they lie, you're not gonna know if they're telling the truth or not. You're gonna have to go with this person to get tested. You can't believe what everybody tells you. You know, I think we talked about that. We have to look at everybody like they diagnosed with HIV until you know otherwise. Period. And that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So you can stay on if you want. Hold on, I'm gonna open up another line, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Okay, area code 334-520, 334-520, Positively D discussion. How you doing? Hello, you there? 334 area code 334-520. Are you there? Maybe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, D.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? This is Hope.
Hey, Hope, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Now, how do you feel about this topic?
Well, I know. I'm trying to collect my thoughts, but I'll go back to something Rochelle said about being behind the scenes of the HIV community. Okay, it's really hard to understand until you do go behind the scenes. The things that people go through when they're diagnosed. I myself didn't understand it at one point. I always would assume people need to disclose. right away. But now I have two thoughts on that.
Okay.
I think it's okay to disclose. You know, you don't have to disclose unless you're sexually active with an individual. I think that's one of the only reasons when it's a good thing to disclose. But other than that, it's nobody's business because there's so much that people have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, it's just too much that people have to deal with. You know, not just the stigma alone, but the mental, emotional,
Yeah,
everything.
it comes with a lot.
Knows what people go through on a daily basis. You know, we don't see people with other illnesses walking around with a banner on them saying, you know, hey, I have this, or I have that, you know.
Well, that,
So
you know,
that's why I feel like, why should the people that HIV positive do that?
yeah, you know, Hope, that's you so right. There's a lot of advocates, and there's a lot of people that are open with their HIV status. I'm open with my status, but I don't go to work with a sign on my forehead, walking around telling so people can know I have HIV. Now, if they see me on social media or they see me out in the community and they find out, then that's fine. But I don't go to work with a sign on my face, on my forehead, or on my back that says, "Hey, I'm D. I'm diagnosed with HIV." You're right though. Why should you disclose if you're not gonna have sex with that person? There's no reason to.
Yeah, and I think like with anything else, there's growth. When people are first some people are forced to disclose before their time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it turns out okay, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a growth process. Everyone has their own story and their own growth, you know. So, you know, it might not be that they're not going to disclose, but they have their way of doing it. You know, I feel like it's a big step because once you do disclose, it's like there's no turning back.
Girl, that's a huge step. It's a huge step. Yeah, it's a huge step.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's
because
a
you've
really
opened
huge
up
step.
yourself to everyone, you know.
Yeah.
There's so much you have to deal with on the work front, on the personal level, on the professional level. So, you know, everyone deals with it in a different way.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. How do you feel about someone that doesn't disclose and they're having sex with people? Let's just say using a condom and they don't disclose. How do you feel about that?
I can't judge anyone to each their own, but I personally, I don't think, to me, I don't feel like that would be right.
Even using a condom, you don't think it's right?
Yes, even using protection.
Okay.
I just feel like you have a moral, it's just like, it's a moral obligation, you know.
Okay.
If you don't trust this person that you're having sex with, that you can't disclose to them, you shouldn't be having sex with them.
Okay, let me say this. It's a moral obligation. But let's look at it like this. This is what I tell people. You go out. You know how many people go out to the club and have one night stands? Oh, this has been going on for years. It's been going on for years. Both of these individuals have a one night stand. And both of them use a condom. They don't see each other again. But they use the condom. So do you still feel it's a moral obligation for each of those individuals to tell people been having one night stands for years? I always say this, Hope. We advocate for people to use protection. Use protection. Use protection. So when we advocate use protection, we say that so people can't contract anything. So is it wrong for someone to have sex with someone, even if it's a one night stand, and they don't disclose? They use in protection. You can't catch nothing through a condom. I want to hear your thoughts on it. That's all. Does
I
that?
still think you should,
Okay. Okay.
whether you know you can contract anything on that. I still think you should,
Yeah.
just for the simple fact, you know.
Okay.
I still believe you should.
Yeah. Now, no, I'm sure you guys can hear. She
That's
said
why I
it's a
say
more
to each their
obligation.
own.
It's a more. She says it's a more obligation to disclose your HIV status, even when you're using a condom. And that's how she feels. Everybody has their own thought on this, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Call 515-605-9375. 515-605-9375, and let me hear what you have to say about HIV disclosure. Why individuals don't disclose their HIV status and why some do. Thank you, Hope. I appreciate it. I appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, are you still there?
How do I get off?
I'm about to close it right now. Okay. I see people saying people are afraid to ask hard questions. It's true. Each party is responsible, but people lie. Yes, sharing. Ladon says sharing your status is a personal choice. I just gave the number, Carolina. It's 515-605-9375. I really would like to hear your guys' thoughts because this is an issue that always needs to be talked about. 515-605-9375. Press 1 on your phone and I will open up your line. Hope and Raquel, can you press 1 on your phone so I can get rid of this question mark off my board? Okay, let me open up another line. Area code 305-298. You there? Positively Deep Discussion. How you doing?
Oh, okay. Hey, see, you still have me on. I was hitting 1 because you had asked her even if the person used a condom. And you know, do they have to disclose? Yes, I think that they should still have to disclose if they know that they have HIV. It's just like me being a police officer, right? When I'm driving my car and I got a gun in my car, and the police stop me and they ask me, "Do you have a gun in your car?" I tell them, I know that's kind of off, but yes, tell the person, because even though the person used a condom, the condom could come off. It didn't happen. It can come off, and you can expose that person.
Okay.
All
right.
So it's at first, my thing is this: we need to stop being irresponsible. Meaning, if I'm like the young lady just got on, if I'm sleeping with somebody, I got to be comfortable enough. When I give myself to somebody, that means I really like that person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Even though you got people out there doing the one-night stands and they doing their thing to each his own, but I think the person should disclose. Now, thinking back, who knows if I slept with somebody that was HIV positive, because I didn't start asking for people to get tested until 2007.
Okay.
After I, started getting, when I learned that my mom, I started changing the way I do things. But, so I don't even know if I slept with somebody, that was positive, because I didn't ask those questions.
Yeah.
But I think a person should, they should disclose, because what if that condom comes off?
Okay.
It can come off and you can put the other person at risk. So at least let me make that decision to say, hey, I'm HIV positive, but guess what? You can get on PrEP. Let me make that decision, take care of myself. The problem is you got people that's afraid to tell, because they thinking nobody, nobody is gonna like them, or people gonna treat them bad. That's the risk you got to take, because everybody don't feel feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, everybody don't feel that way. Give that person that choice. Don't take it away from them, you know?
I understand.
Because I'm in a relationship with somebody that's HIV positive. Everybody don't feel that way. And I know other people that's in a relationship with someone where one person is negative and one person is positive.
Mm-hmm.
Just be bold and let's talk about it. Because people are getting educated now and they're learning that you cannot, you know, contract it. You know, there are ways that you can do to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
I think that person should still tell, but the condom will come off.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
Like I said, everybody got their own opinion on this. We got a lot of opinions. Let me open up for some of these other lines, Raquel.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, someone here, Melissa Shannon says, at first she wouldn't tell people, worried about what they would think, but coming to the realization of I am who I am. If people can't accept me for who I am, what I've been diagnosed with, and why my calling, hold on, I can't see it from my tablet. I was trying to see what you were saying, Melissa. I'm sorry you can't call in. I know you said you were having trouble calling in. Once I'm able to open the whole thing, I'll read it again. But let me go ahead and open up some more lines. They've been on hold for a minute. This person's been on hold for a while. Area code 954-274. Hey, Positivity Discussion, you there?
Hi, D. How you doing? This is Shane.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What's your thoughts on this?
So, me personally, I disclose.
Okay.
And I disclose because I feel to me that's the right thing to do. I mean, when I got diagnosed back in 2006, I was dating someone.
Mm-hmm.
I had just come out of a relationship. And, you know, I went and got tested. They had a national HIV testing day. So
Okay.
I went and got tested. And, you know, by the time I got my results back, it was positive. And I think for me, that was the hardest thing to do because back then I didn't know too much, you know, about it. You know, for me, I thought it was the best thing.
Yeah.
I knew I needed to tell this person.
Yeah.
And so I think like the second day after I got the results, you know, I called them and I told them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was afraid to tell him because I'm like, okay, this man got me serious with gun because he worked for the state, he was an officer, you know, and so forth. And I needed to tell him because that was the right thing to do, because that way he can go and get that.
Yeah.
And so, and I think after disclosing to him, so we was, you know, together for a minute, and then, you know, I started, you know, someone else, you know, we started talking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, it got easier for me to say, you know, I'm positive. So that way, I don't want to waste your time. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
So if this is something that, you know, a relationship that you want to pursue, that gave them, you know, the opportunity to, you know, okay, to make their decision. So you know what you're getting into with me. So you know, okay, now I'm going to have to educate you because a lot of times they don't know. And we have to educate them as well as when we disclose also. And I started, and we ended up being engaged, you know, at that point. He was negative. So a lot of people I dated have been negative with the exception of my current husband now, who's positive. But everybody I dated was negative, and I gave them.
Same here.
And I let them know right up front. I texted, so it's been quick. Also, as well as I verbally told them, and I also text them at the same time as I'm verbally telling them. So therefore, they're going to respond to me by text, and they're going to verbally answer me as well. Because I don't never want to be in a situation to where somebody can come back and say, well, she didn't.
That's a good idea.
No.
That is an excellent idea. That's an excellent idea.
My physical photos.
That's an excellent idea.
It's just like the Carol said. Say that again, please?
I said that's an excellent idea.
And, you know, because, you know, that way it's documented. It's documented. You know, for me, and just like we tell that, you know, you never know. The condoms and break, you know, and so forth. That if you had that happen, you know, this person, I educated them.
You know what though?
Like, oh man, you know, the condom broke.
You know what, Shane?
But you know, we can go and get tested.
That's what I say a lot. People say, "What a condom break," you know, and ask, how often does that happen? It don't happen that often.
It doesn't happen that often.
It doesn't happen that often. I'll say 1 in 100.
It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, it doesn't happen that often.
It doesn't happen that often. It doesn't.
Let me read this.
Now they're gonna have that little thing in the back of their head.
Yeah, let me read this because now I can see what Melissa said. She said at first I wouldn't tell people, worried about what they would say, you know, or what they would think. But coming to the realization, I am who I am. If people can't accept me for who I am, what I've been diagnosed with and what my calling is, then I don't need them in my life. So, yeah, she's right.
Exactly.
She's right.
She is.
Now, I had said years ago when I first got diagnosed, because it's harder, Shane, when people first get diagnosed to disclose their HIV status. Nobody can say what's going through their head being diagnosed. That's tough. That's tough. And people, they scared. People are afraid to open up and share their status. And just like I read what Robert Suttle said, the people disclose, they risk a lot, you know, their employment, their housing, their family situation, custody of their children, and their personal safety. And then I always say this too, Shane. I always say this. A lot of people are so scared to tell somebody that they want to be in a relationship with because people want to be loved. Everybody want to be in a relationship. Everybody. Right. You know? Right. Yeah. So let me ask you this question. How do you feel? I've asked a lot of people this question before, and I just asked Raquel and Hope. Well, how do you feel about somebody not disclosing wearing a condom?
To me, I feel like you're not giving me a choice to be able to say yes or no.
Okay. So you feel like they're not giving a person a chance to choose if that's what they want to do. And I'm going to say the same thing I said to Hope. Everybody think about these one-night stands, though. You know, one-night stands been going on for forever. Forever they've been going on.
And this is the thing.
Go ahead.
And this is the thing. And it's just not only, you know, not disclosing, you know, just for HIV. But there's other STDs.
Other STDs,
you know,
yes.
The condom can't even, you know what I'm saying? You can't even cover it. You might have, I mean, you kiss and this, that, or whatever. And I know it's, you know, about more than half of, you know, the world has some type of herpes or something to that nature.
Yeah.
But still, you know, they may have a strain that you may not have, or you may not have, and they may have it. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, how often do we have a one-night stand and we don't kiss? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I'm just thinking about what I was doing. That's what I'm thinking about. People, you know, people don't want to be honest. Just be honest. How many of you guys had one-night stands? This even before you contracted HIV. It wasn't even no thought that somebody had an STD or anything. How many of you guys have had one-night stands and didn't even see that person no more? You might have went to the club 2 weeks later and seen them. You know, hey.
Right.
You know? So people can't tell me that they have never had a one-night stand and didn't think about if that person had anything. And they didn't know if they had something either. But you use the condom. But what about the times you don't use a condom and have one-night stands? You see? We gotta start talking about sex, Shane. People don't want to do it.
A lot of people have this mentality of that it can't happen to me.
Exactly. hit it on the nose.
I don't think I'm not promiscuous. It's that they cannot happen to them.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, that was definitely the first thing, from my mom. And then the person that I was dating, after, my husband had, so that, and I started dating, and unfortunately that person that I started dating right after he passed.
Yeah.
And that's why I contacted his mom.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, I never thought to even ask those questions at all. And then on top of that, I had my teeth at the time. So I felt like, oh, okay, my thing was, I can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
I can't worry about it.
Yeah.
I was not thinking about, okay, this, that, and definitely HIV definitely wasn't on the radar.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Yep, yeah, the two times you like, I can have all the sex I want. I can't have no babies no more. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
And that's what
yeah.
we're going through and I'm in my 20s, so that's what we're going through.
But thank you, sis, for calling in. I'm gonna go ahead and open up another line. They've been online for about 10 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, let me read. Somebody says, I think disclosure is personal. Sandra says HIV is not the only disease you are exposed to if condoms come off. Herpes is a risk. Also, disclosure allows the other person to make a choice and give them options. Yeah, you're right, Sandra. You are absolutely right. Melissa says, if it was the first time meeting someone, I would wait to tell, so they would know who I am and I can educate them on it. Hey, Reverend Savalas, how are you? Reverend Savalas Squire says, deeply depends on the context of the encounter and relationship. But if the connection is to the point of becoming deeply intimate, it's also to the point of deep communication. Here, I can't, hold on, let me see if I can see the rest of it. I'm sorry, Reverend. So everybody, there's a lot of answers to this. Everybody has a lot to say when it comes to HIV disclosure. But he says, but to expect a moral responsibility with an irresponsible activity is like building a house from the roof down instead of from the foundation up. I love that, Reverend Savalas. You are absolutely right. Let me go ahead and open up this other line. I gotta try to cut them short, maybe 5 minutes to go ahead and talk. Let's see, which line did I open? Okay, area code 515-820, area code 515-820, Positively D discussion. How you doing? 518, I'm sorry, 518-821. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Dee. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Hello?
How you doing? I'm good. Nice to hear your voice.
Good to hear yours too. Girl, I was so glad you chose this topic. You don't know.
This topic always needed to be discussed, Caroline.
This topic is hot.
Yeah.
Very hot. And I truly agree with Reverend Squire. So, we both preaching. But here's the real deal. And I'm going to say this. It's very frightening. I was diagnosed in 1985. And I disclosed to everybody. But it was scary disclosure. It was. Yeah. But I felt a moral obligation that I had to. Yeah. Because we all know back then, it was just, it's a gay white man's disease. So, that's what the hype was. But I want to just share this. I'm helping someone right now, and I need everybody to really understand this is deep, and this is true. It's up to the person. But I got a young lady who is shacking. I'm just gonna say it because I give straight, no shake.
Yeah.
She's shacking. She's on medication when she's pregnant. Now hear me clearly, y'all. When she's pregnant, so that she can make sure she gets her viral load under control and her T cells, all of that. But she doesn't want to pass it on to the baby as well. But you have not told the man you shacking with that you HIV positive.
You know how many times I done heard that? You know how many times I done heard that?
Okay, so here. So listen to this. What you're telling him when he asks you about this medication, it's for the baby. The doctor gave it to me because of the baby. But then after your 6-week checkup, you stop taking your HIV medication.
Why?
Okay, so we're setting up for a lot of negative responses.
Okay, Caroline.
If you want to be
Pastor, you said she stopped taking her HIV medications 6 weeks.
after her 6-week checkup,
Why, Caroline? Does she not know that? Does she not know that she's harming the child?
She's playing Russian roulette. She's playing Russian roulette. Come on now. But like you said, we don't know what people think.
Exactly.
That's why you have people who go, the quote, the cliche, he went postal. He went postal because he was playing with his money. Okay, let's talk about this one. She snapped. She snapped because she walked in and caught you in bed. She's your wife and she caught you in bed. Yeah, she
that right there.
Shot all of y'all.
Yeah, we don't know what people are thinking. Yeah, we don't know what people are thinking. You know, you got Pastor, you got people that you got people that take their medication out of the prescription bottle and put it in a different bottle, a lotion bottle, just something else. So some people won't know that they're HIV mess. They don't want them to look up the name, and they just put them in the medicine cabinet. Like you said, I keep saying it. We don't know what people are thinking. So go ahead, Pastor.
Right. So she's doing this, and I'm like, you need to tell him. I can't tell him. Okay, so then you're not operating in truth.
Yeah.
You're not operating in truth.
She's scared.
You're being shady.
She's scared. She's scared.
You know, that's just priceless.
Yeah.
But see, now let's take this a little further. Let's say he find out. Is he wrong for, I mean, I don't believe in beating on women.
I get what you're saying.
But
because she didn't
you
tell.
man enough to throw your fist up and you come at me, you got to handle what you bring.
Yeah, she didn't tell.
If you can dish it, you better.
That's gonna cause an issue for anyone, Pastor. That's gonna cause an issue for anyone. It's gonna cause an issue for anyone. Because HIV is scared for anyone in society. So if you're dating someone or living with someone and they have HIV and they didn't tell you, and then they finally find out, what reaction do you think that person is going to have?
Okay, so with that being said, this is why it's so hard to break the stigma. This adds to the stigma, but they didn't tell me. I mean, I have been counseling this girl. If I told you, Lord Jesus, and all I could do is pray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have to get those that are not positive to understand it ain't just HIV. Why is it the word HIV is such a traumatic, fallout? I got to go to the nut house. Why is it got to be that? When I think it was Sandra said, you got herpes, you got gonorrhea, you got syphilis, you got all these others. And then, like you said, the condom break. You got to be doing some,